Hey guys, so I am going to be making a pie today. It's one of my family's favorites. It's a coconut cream pie. I'm going to show you guys how to make it, and I won't be cutting it today though because we have company coming over to enjoy it, so I have to wait for them to come and cut it all up. So let's get started and I will show you how to make it.
Alright, so we're going to start with our pie crust first. We're going to start with 2 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, a half a teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. We're going to put that on the mixer and let it start mixing. While our dry ingredients are mixing, we are going to start adding 3/4 cups of cold lard, and it's going to all be cut into cubes. It'll mix easier. We're going to also add a splash of vanilla, which is about a half a teaspoon, and I'm adding ice cold water to make it all combined together. It's about a half a cup to 3/4 cups of water. Add it as needed until your dough is nice and doughy and a little wet, okay? It'll be easier to work with. Alright, you're going to flour your work surface, then you're going to put your dough out on it, and you're going to start working it until it feels smooth and no longer sticky. So I'm going to flour it, roll it out, flour it, flip it over, flour it, roll it out, flour it, flip it. Keep doing that until you get the right size. Then I'm just going to flour it so that it won't stick when I'm trying to put it in the pie plate. Alright, so now that it's in the pie plate, I'm just pressing it down gently. I'm going to cut off all the excess around the edge, not too much because I want to leave enough so it doesn't shrink. And then I'm just going to press it all down, and I'm going to take a fork dipped in some flour and make the edges look pretty. And then I'm also going to poke little holes all over it so that air can escape while it's baking and it won't get all puffed up, and it'll help prevent some of the shrinking. Alright, so I cleaned up my work surface. Now we're going to make an egg wash to put around the pie crust. So it's 1 egg and a teaspoon of water, and it's lightly beaten with a fork. Then you just take a pastry brush and you're going to start brushing it around the edge of your pie shell. So I'm only doing the edge because the rest of it's going to have the coconut cream filling in it and you're not even going to see it. So really doing this is only for show. It's going to give it a beautiful golden brown look. Anyway, it's just going to make it look pretty. So just around the edges with your egg wash, and then it's going to go in a 350 oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. So as you can see, the edges are nice and golden brown. Now we're going to let this cool until it's completely cold. Alright, we're going to start making our coconut cream filling. So we're going to start by separating all the egg whites and the egg yolks, and we are going to separate 5 or 6 of these. We're going to start with 5 and then maybe I'll add the 6th. Don't make the same mistake I did. I pulled out a couple of my hard-boiled eggs and forgot that they were in there, so I had to go back to the fridge and find some more eggs that weren't hard-boiled. Alright, so now that our egg yolks have been separated, we are going to add them to our milk mixture, which is 2 cups of coconut milk, a half a cup of heavy whipping cream, I use 40%, and a half a cup of milk. You're just going to lightly beat the egg yolks, and then you're going to pour them into the milk and give them a mix as well. Alright, grab a pot, put it on your stove top, and you're going to add 3/4 cups of sugar, a 1/4 cup of cornstarch. You're going to give it all a little mix. Then while it's on your stove top, you're going to start adding your milk and egg mixture to it. Make sure you mix it in really well, and you're going to bring it all to a boil or until it thickens into a custard-like texture. Now that our coconut cream filling is starting to boil, I'm checking it for thickness with our spoon and it looks perfect. So we are going to add 2 cups of shredded coconut, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and then we are going to add 1 tablespoon of cold butter. We're also going to add in a splash of vanilla, or a teaspoon of vanilla. And you are going to give that all a mix until your coconut is combined and your butter is melted. And then we are ready to put it into our cold pie shell. So we are ready to put our coconut cream into our cold pie shell now. But before you put it in there, make sure you grab a spoon and sample the coconut cream part. Just because, why not? And just to let you know, it tastes fantastic. It is coconutty, it's creamy, it's not too sweet. I'm sure my family is gonna love this. So, pour it all into your pie shell, and then you're gonna put it in the fridge for a couple hours or leave it on the counter, wherever you'd like. But make sure it is cooled completely before you make your meringue. To make your meringue, you're going to take your 6 egg whites and you are going to add about 4 to 5 tablespoons of sugar to them. I like adding a little bit at the beginning and then mixing some in halfway through. I'm also going to add a splash of vanilla and just a little pinch of salt. Then I'm going to put it on the mixer and let it just start whipping those egg whites until they form stiff peaks. Remember to add the rest of your sugar halfway through though, and you can just sprinkle it in while it's mixing. Alright, our meringue is ready. It forms stiff peaks. So I'm just going to put it on top of the coconut cream pie, spread it all around, and make it look as fluffy and cloud-like as I can with a couple stiff peaks, kind of like all over the place. Then I'm going to take some of my coconut that I still had left over and I'm going to sprinkle it all across the top. And then we're going to put it in an oven either at 350 or broil just until the top of it gets all golden brown.
Well guys, pie is all done. It looks fantastic, it smells fantastic, and it tastes fantastic. So I already know that because I was tasting it while I was making it. That's it for today. I'm not cutting it for you like I said at the beginning. This is for company, so I will wait for them to arrive. But for now, thank you for watching this video. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and the notification bell. And I'll see you for whatever I decide to make next. Thanks for watching today.